In this video, I'd like to tell you about how the Kirk of Dunedin, Kirk Church, is organized, how we make decisions, what is our government, how do we organize ourselves. The Kirk Church is a congregationally governed church. While we are independent in that we are not associated with any denominations, we're interdenominational, we have people from every background. We are congregationally governed. That means the congregation makes decisions on big matters. On medium matters, we have an elders board that the congregation votes on who its leaders will be, and those men and women meet once a month. The elders board meets once a month, and they manage the church in matters of spiritual growth and all the other matters of the life of the church. Then there's also committees, departments, task groups, and individuals who are officers. So you have the congregation, you have the board of elders, which are representatives of the congregation that meet regularly. You have committees like our finance committee that meets monthly to manage the financials. You have a missions and evangelism committee that meets to take care of outreach. You have a youth and children's ministry committee, a youth and family committee. You have a worship committee that meets regularly to plan and implement strategies to create inspired worship experiences, and so on. Property and grounds team, and a thrift shop committee or team, and like that. It's pretty normal government for church life. So in matters of the congregation, we come to the congregation once a year for a vote for an annual budget, for our new officers, and for any kind of changes in our constitution. Our church, because it is a not-for-profit organization, as a church, is required to have a founding document or a constitution. That document is available to every person who is interested in reading it, and it outlines basically the structure that I'm talking about right now. Defines the purposes and job descriptions of different areas of ministry, and outlines the structure of things. We will try to post that document with these videos so that if you want to click on it and read through it, you can. So the congregation doesn't have a lot of meetings through the year. We meet once a year, a congregational meeting. Usually we try to do it briefly in a worship service after educating the congregation about the upcoming budget or the new officers or the new elders for the elders board. Those things are placed in front of the congregation. Our elders board, it meets every month, and it is responsible for all aspects of the life of the church. If there is a congregational matter, the elders are the ones who make a recommendation. We have between 12 and 16 elders, and that is organized in 3 groups. When you're nominated to be an elder, a spiritual leader of the church, you serve for 3 years, and then you rotate off. According to our constitution, you have to be off 1 year before you can be renominated, be put back on. So that means we always have fresh blood. We always have a group of 4 to 6 people rotating off, and a group of new 4 to 6 rotating on. The officers stay, they don't move. Our officers are our chairman, our assistant, associate chairman, and our treasurer and financial secretary, and our clerk. Those are 5 officers. The clerk just takes notes and makes sure we have good minutes for our meetings. The financial secretary, she's responsible for the counting of funds, and the treasurer is responsible for the organizing and paying of bills and expenses. The chairman and the vice chair are responsible for leading the meetings, the elders' meetings. So pretty normal polity for a church. And then the committees are organized in a similar fashion, as they usually have a chairperson or a director and then committee members. Our meetings are open. Our elders' meetings are open. You are welcome to attend if you would like. Most of our committee meetings are open for new members. If you love to organize things and you like to serve in an administrative way, of course, our purposes as Christians is giving, worship, prayer, ministry, groups, and evangelism. And so one of the things that you might have as a spiritual gift is as a leader or as a person with gifts of service, and you may be a good organizer. You may be an administrative person that handles and manages tasks well. We would love to involve you in the ministry polity of the church. You're welcome to ask about that, ask me about that, or talk to one of the other elders that are there. So that's how the church is governed. And I hope this is helpful, pretty basic. The church is pretty streamlined. We're not a complicated group. We like to keep it simple. But that's how we manage things around the Kirk. God bless you. If you have questions about this area, I'm very happy to talk to you more about it. Thank you for listening to this short video about how the church is governed.